and welcome to my studio here in Clinton, Illinois, where I've been working and creating for the past 20 years or so. And I would like to take you on the tour of the studio so you can see where all the work is being created. So if you're ready, let's go inside. This is the front room, the one of the three about equal size rooms almost, and this is where I like to complete the work. So after it's out of the kiln, after it's polished, etc., there's still a good bit that has to be done to complete. And this is kind of the room when it's cleaned up. Pieces kind of present themselves much better. You can view them, you can really experience them and see what last finishes they need. But wherever you look, there's kind of bits and pieces and projects lying, waiting, hoping to be taken up. Now here's some plumbing. That's eventually gonna become a sculpture of some sort. I had a feeling of what it's going to be, but not exact idea of how to approach it. So it's lying, waiting, and one day it's just going to pop up and become something. So lots of plumbing lying around here. Between this room and room number 2, just take a quick peek in here. Also need a very heavy cleanup and organizing, but that'll be the plaster room, the grinding room, where a lot of mold working and cold working is being done. But the middle room is where everything has its beginning, so to speak. And that'd be where I start working with either that'd be wax, that'd be clay, or any other material, depending on what the project at hand really demands. So still not clean tabletops, as things are waiting to find the places again, but it's coming little by little. And we take a quick peek into one of the other more specialized rooms. Now here is the sandblasters, with one filled with walnut shells for just cleaning glass, or others with different sizes of grit for sandblasting, cutting, and of course the diamond saw for cutting larger slabs of glass as needed. And from here we enter the largest room, which is in the back, and that's the kiln room. And I believe altogether there'll be about 10 furnaces or 10 kilns in here. That counting those kilns that can be combined also into being larger and smaller versions. So this be probably the largest kiln I had. Eventually when I built it, it was with the vision of another section just as big to be able to put on top and actually expand the kiln to double the size. But somehow, I guess I never really kind of came to need that much firing space, let's say. So it has remained the dimension as it is. However, it has a divider inside, so one can still fire one half or the other. They are not equal size, it's slightly different sizes. Or one can take the divider out and fire it as one big kiln. And a little bit of that same thing is kind of the thing with this kiln here. And one can fire it as it is in the picture here, with the bottom section only. Or one can add one section or even a second section on top. And these sections also can be fired individually on their own. So in a sense, with all the combinations, probably I kind of have 5 kilns here of various sizes. But this kiln I have used in the instances where I've made full-size or life-size figures. So a life-size figure with the reservoir and everything for glass. I stack both the two extra sections on top of the bottom section, and that'll be the size for casting a standing life-size figure. And if one can kind of see beyond the mess of things waiting to find their places again, there's a melting furnace in the back there, so whenever I need to ladle glass or blow glass, I fire that guy up. And in here also somewhere there is a metal smelter for bronzes, for other types of metal, and also a little blacksmithing whenever that is kind of needed is possible. My biggest helper in here, that'll be Mr. Clark, and he helps me out quite a bit. Some of the molds I produce here, they get so big, so even just turning them around when needed kind of really craves quite some muscle. So Mr. Clark here is a great helper to have. And lastly, occasionally when the sun comes out after a long winter, it's wonderful to put a table out here and work outside in the open air. And around here, kind of in the countryside, south of Clinton, nice and quiet, and not much, so one can work undisturbed. And if there's something I like, that is exactly that. So that'll be it for the quick tour of the studio, and I hope that you enjoy kind of following me around a little bit and get a look around at the facilities and get a sense of where the pieces you see both online and in the galleries have their origin. So for now, you all be good, and I guess I'll see you either at the galleries or other venues where we may meet. So for now, I'll get back to work. Take care.